That's
Yeah, that is
logic.
Christianity.
That's
Your
that's
whole
held by
religion is
atheists
based off
too.
contradictions.
That's
Yeah,
oh my
I'm
gosh.
not disagreeing. Atheists and
Oh,
Christians
they're all
together
so
both
dumb.
contradicted.
They're all so dumb.
Look, bro,
Lord,
you're
give me
calling me dumb.
strength. Give me
You're not really
strength to get
respectful.
through this. I know, I'm
God
not.
gives me
Why
strength
should
to
I be
talk to this guy. He's
respectful to this?
disrespecting
This
me.
is nonsensical.
And then
What happens when someone tries to prove Islam, but can't even take the first logical step? In today's video, we witness a debate that spirals from confusion to chaos, as Big Jon Steel challenges a Muslim apologist to give just one solid reason to believe Islam is true. But instead of evidence, we get deflections, whataboutism, and an unforgettable moment when Big Jon cries out, "God, give me strength." This clip is taken from the full debate hosted by Big Jon Steel. Shout out to him for always holding the line. Stick around. At the end of the video, I'll break it all down and share 3 key insights you won't want to miss. Let's dive in.
a lot of Christians are liars, especially when it comes to like debating their religion.
So what's your argument?
What's your argument against Islam?
There is no evidential or deductive reasoning why anybody should be a Muslim. No one's been able to provide it, so I don't think there's any rational reason to believe it's true. It's true.
Yeah, but you're making the positive claim that no one should be.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to say why not. You're just saying.
I just
you're
said.
stating. Okay, then prove it.
I just did. I
No, you
gave a
didn't. You
deductive
just said-
argument.
Where is the proof then?
Okay, so the evidence is the lack of evidence. Right? So
The lack of evidence
I've
of what?
spoken to hundreds of Muslims, and not a single one has given me a deductive reason. I've looked at the evidence, I've read the Qur'an, and I find it lackluster and doesn't fit the criteria to qualify as good evidence to be convincing. So I have not been convinced of
Good
it, and I think
evidence
it's
for what?
irrational to believe it.
Irrational for what? Why
To
is it
believe
irrational?
Islam is true. Okay, if this is your argument, I'm gonna throw it back on you. Gibleglorp is the one true God. Do you have any evidence against it?
Yeah, logic.
What logic says Gibleglorp is not the one true God?
Well, depends on what you define Gibleglorp as.
The omni properties.
The omni properties, is that it?
Mhm.
Oh, so then where is his proof?
Do you understand the issue?
Yeah, no, I'm saying the Quran is the proof, but you haven't told me why the Quran isn't proof. But
You said
just saying,
what is your proof against Islam? I said I haven't been given any convincing evidence. I've said I've read the Quran and it wasn't convincing, and you said that's not proof against it. So I threw your argument back against you. I said, what's your proof against Gibleglorp? And your argument against that is what's your proof for Gibleglorp?
yeah.
Do you get how that's a
no, no.
ridiculous way
I've
to
used the Quran as
structure your
proof.
argument?
Oh my God.
Okay,
See,
so
I've used
how is the Quran proof?
No. Yeah, this is the thing. You've just said, well, I don't find it compelling. But I said, well, it does have proof there.
No, I didn't just say I didn't find it compelling. I said that's not what I said. That's not what I said. Please, Steelman, what I said. I said that I don't think the evidence that the Quran holds up to a criteria of evidence, and I actually think it's irrational for anyone to follow it.
What criteria of evidence would a holy book prove God is real?
Something that raises the probability of something actually being true.
How does that work?
How does that work?
Yeah, I'm asking you, how would it?
There are many different criteria on how that could work. So for example, a criteria of proving I would be in a room, a criteria of proving I would be in a room would be that you found my DNA in a room. So you found a piece of my hair strand. That would raise the probability that I was actually in that room at some point. Is it conclusive? No, but it raises the probability. That'd be an example of a piece of evidence.
Okay, so where is that in the Christian religion then?
What about ism? What about ism? You don't have, so you can see there's no good evidence for
See,
Islam?
I can actually give proof to why
Then give me the proof.
Is real.
Then give me the proof without doing what about ism.
Okay. Simple. Then the proof is you have the Quran, right? And then you have the logos behind you. Let me speak. You have the logos behind the religion.
I am letting you speak. I'm
First,
just acknowledging
before
what you're
arguing
saying.
the proof inside the Quran, because there are many. I want to talk about the logos behind the religion. The logos behind the religion is the only logos that actually make sense for a religion to be true. Now, Christianity obviously has
Why are you
many
using a
contradictions
Greek word?
within its logos. Huh?
Hold on, why are you using a Greek word for Islam?
Logic. Is that better?
Logos and logic are not synonymous.
Okay, I'm going to use logic now, so deal with it. Yeah.
Okay, give me the 3 laws of logic, because I want to know if we're using formal or informal logic.
Both.
You can't use both.
Yeah, you can.
How?
logic is logic, then
No,
if you
it's
use
not.
certain
So can
logics
you give me the
to
3
prove
laws of
different
logic
things,
so I know you know what formal logic is?
I don't need to give any laws of
So
logic.
you don't know what the formal logic is, so then we're using informal logic. Go ahead.
Why would it be informal logic?
Because you don't know what the laws of logic are.
What are the laws of logic?
The law of identity, the law of non-contradiction, and the law of excluded mineral.
Okay, so tell me where in the Christian faith
Why are
do
you going to
guys not
Christianity
have any-
again?
Because you guys have so many laws of non-contradiction.
That's
that are
not
broken.
Christianity. That's
Yeah, that is
logic.
Christianity.
That's
Your whole
held by
religion is
atheists
based off
too.
contradictions.
That's
Yeah,
oh my
I'm
God.
not disagreeing. Atheists and
Oh,
Christians
they're all
together
so
both
dumb.
contradicted.
They're all so dumb.
Look,
Lord,
bro, you're
give me
calling me
strength.
dumb.
Give me
You're not really
strength to get
respectful.
through this. I know, I'm
God
not.
give me
Why
strength
should I
to
be
talk to this guy. He's
respectful to this?
disrespecting
This
me.
is nonsensical.
And then he's probably gonna kick me off because he's a coward. He
I'm
can't.
not
He
kicking
can't
you
debate
off.
me.
My hands
Yeah,
are
exactly.
here drinking
You called me
coffee.
dumb. You called me dumb. For what reason? That's a bit
For
ignorant.
being
no?
dumb.
Arrogant. Where am I being dumb?
Okay, I'll show you exactly where you're being dumb. I asked you, is it formal logic or informal logic? Instead of simply saying, I do not know what formal logic is, you said it's both because logic is logic. Well, I said, no, that's not the case. You said, yes, it can be. Then I asked you, then you asked me what formal logic was. I explained what formal logic was, and you said that's a Christian philosophy, and there's so many contradictions in Christianity,
No,
which
I
has
never said
absolutely,
that.
that's exactly what you
I
said,
never said that.
which has
No,
absolutely nothing, which has
don't
absolutely
twist
not,
my
which has
words. You're twisting my
absolutely,
words.
which has
Look at you twisting
absolutely
your-
nothing to do
This
with
guy
what
is
we're
so
talking
ignorant.
about
I said
because
the law of non-contradiction
logic
goes against Christianity. because Christianity
transcends
is
the
full of
Christian
contradictions.
religion, so to speak, because it comes from Aristotelian logic.
If you're
Anyways,
talking about law of non-contradiction, yeah,
What is
you
the law
can't
of
be a Christian. Is
non-contradiction?
what I'm saying. Huh?
what is the
Shall
law of
I,
non-contradiction?
I can mention 5 contradictions just from my head.
This is just what
if
about
you tell me
Islam.
what
You still
Christianity is.
haven't showed me any evidence for Islam.
Yeah, because I haven't started on that.
Well, start
I've
on
just
it.
I've just gone on the logic. We've just gone through this. This is how I know you're arrogant. You just called me dumb
Because
off no
I'm
reason.
arrogant doesn't
Because
change the fact
because I
that
called
you
your-
don't have
because I called
any
your religion full of
knowledge for
contradictions.
Islam.
Is why you called me dumb. That's the only reason. This is your arrogance and ego getting to you. You're
Do
speaking to
you
a younger
have an
man, and you're
argument?
making yourself
Okay,
look
okay,
stupid.
all right. Here's the thing. Give an argument, or I'm going to move on. You're just going to say I'm running and I'm a coward. What's your argument?
Okay. Quran has full of proof. The
what is
logic
it?
behind the logic. Okay, you want the Quran proof now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Miracles. Yeah.
What miracles?
What miracles? There are many miracles inside
Give
of
me
it.
one.
Okay. Let me.
I would pay for a big Jon Steel musical. No, you wouldn't, bro.
Wait. What kind of miracle? Do you want a scientific prediction
Give
or a
me
miracle
any
that's
miracle.
been? Yeah, I'm asking which one. A
All right,
scientific
appreciate
prediction.
your time. God bless. Have a great day.
Listen to me. Scientific prediction or
I'm
a
not going to
miracle?
go for an hour of defining terms with you. Just give me the miracle. Moving on.
That was something. But let's not just laugh at the meltdown. Let's learn from it. Here are 3 key insights to walk away with. 1. A claim isn't evidence, even if it's in a holy book. Saying the Quran proves Islam is circular, unless you can independently verify the claim. Just like Big John's fictional god Gibleglorp, anyone can write a book and call it divine. Evidence must rise above the claim itself. 2. Logic isn't owned by any religion. The laws of logic are universal tools, not Christian tools. Whether you're a theist, an atheist, or anything in between, if your worldview contradicts logic, it collapses. If someone dismisses logic, they disqualify themselves from rational discourse. 3. Whataboutism is not a defense. Attacking another worldview doesn't validate your own. Islam still has to stand on its own merits. Christianity's flaws, real or perceived, don't magically make Islam true. Every belief must face its own scrutiny. If you want more debates, breakdowns, and bold discussions like this one, hit that subscribe button and leave your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, keep thinking, stay sharp, and never settle for weak arguments.